You mentioned you got a job in Oregon at a TV station at a college. What were you doing and how did you get that job? I get a lot of questions. People are always interested. How do you get that sort of entry level job in the entertainment business? How did you actually get that job and what were you actually doing as that entry level?
Well, I started as an intern initially. I did several internships with TV stations and small production companies in Eugene, Oregon, that were doing commercial work and client-based work. So I learned a lot from kind of a one-person show production company that
Mm-hmm.
they would go out and shoot and edit and put together these projects, and I'd go with them and essentially be a PA, a production assistant with them, and learned a lot. Eventually, I found myself at an internship with a TV station working in master control, which was very different during those days. Nothing was digital at that time. Everything was still on individual tape at that station. And, you're
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes, like making the commercial breaks happen, essentially. And that turned into a job. After my internship ended, they offered me a job. And I think I was actually still in school at that point. I started working like maybe my last year of college. And then once I graduated, another opportunity opened up and I became the manager of that department. It was a very small station. And through that switch, it was a time when there was kind of like older networks. I know some of your audience may know, like UPN and WB,
Sure,
the
sure.
Star show networks. That was that time frame, and ultimately, the TV station I was working with transferred ownership and became part of the Fox station in Eugene, and so I transferred over and was working with like kind of a dual. It's called an LMA, like partnership agreement, and so I was one of the top people from the station that moved into this new ownership group.
Gotcha.
And it was essentially just like, kind of put in the right place at the right time to
Mm-hmm.
like become kind of like one of the managers within that particular station. So I learned a lot, like very
Sure.
quickly at a very young age. And so a lot of it was like an opportunity was placed in front of me and I went for it.
Yeah.
I think internships are so valuable. And if you're in any sort of film school or, college environment, those things are, I wouldn't say super easy, but like easier to get than
Mm-hmm.
if you are not. Volunteering, just kind of like getting your savvy in terms of like what it's like to be in the environment. Working in TV stations very different than working on set. So learning all those different components of how to work in the industry, I think is really valuable. A lot of that you can find out information like watching blogs like this or
Mm-hmm.
watching YouTube videos. There's a lot more information out there for people that are interested in the industry to seek out than when I started. And I had really great like supporters, like the folks that I worked for, like were incredibly supportive of my career and what I was interested in doing at every step of the way. And, I had a lot of strong women that were working in positions above me that just were role models in terms of, achieving a higher level in business and also throughout my life. My
Mm-hmm.
mom is a very strong role
Mm-hmm.
model in my life and it's in my nature to just kind of go for things and seek those opportunities.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Selling Your Screenplay podcast. If you'd like to hear the full interview, just go to sellingyourscreenplay.com/podcasts. Or to go directly to the episode, just use the link in the show notes. Thanks for watching.